Hello everyone, it's Renee with True Path, and I'm here to do a reading and some channeling for you. Just have selenite here. Okay, let's tune in, take a nice breath, open up to your own higher self, your own intuition for whatever messages you need in this moment for your highest good only. Only divine love and light are allowed into this space with us. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. What do we need to know in this moment? Getting it's unfolding. It's for you to find out. It's I guess it's like a message around you know how we really would love certainty. We really want to know what's going to happen. That's just human nature, right? We're designed that way. It's to protect ourselves from danger, right? We want to be able to predict or know what's going to happen, but it's in the unfolding that we learn how to manage the unexpected, learn how to manage our emotions. It's part of the adventure. And I know some of you don't like that, don't want to hear that we don't get to know. We can prepare to a certain extent, right? That's what we do as humans. There's always going to be that element of surprise. And it doesn't feel good sometimes. We have to adapt. It takes energy, right, to adapt and change and switch course, pivot, adjust what we're doing. But there's so much learning in that. Yeah, we're learning as we go. And that's the point. That's why we're here, right? To learn as we go, to explore, discover. We're finding out more about ourselves individually as we discover, as we adapt to changing circumstances. And we're also learning as a species, as humanity. Yeah, the process of adaptation is how we evolve, is how we grow. It wouldn't make sense for us to know what's going to happen because there's no evolution or growth in that. Bad news. Yeah. But no, it's good. It's good, right? Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Let's get into some cards. All right. Let's do. Okay. Spirit Animal Oracle. It's always a sweet deck. Yeah. It's very gentle and sweet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the full moon was so beautiful this morning. We're in full moon in Aries energy. For me, like Aries is fiery, get stuff done, divine masculine energy. So full moon is about completion or reflecting, looking back on the cycle. So you can look back on this cycle and ask yourself, what have I gotten done? How have I used my leadership capabilities or my ability to act it's a time of reflection. Okay. All right, back to cards. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Yes. Okay, this was the channeling, right? Trust that there's purpose in the unexpected, right? We're always being led in these on these windy roads. Yeah. Sometimes we take a, 90-degree turn that we don't expect, but there's so much to gain from it. It feels jarring in the moment, or yeah, it takes more energy. But yeah, that's why we grow, right? Because we're expending energy, we're adapting how we're thinking, what we're doing, trying new things. Yeah, trust that there's a purpose to it. And Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Yeah, so squirrel is all about being prepared, right? They gather all the nuts and store them so that they're prepared for the long winter. And so we can prepare as much as possible, right? But there's also a message here about believe in your capabilities, believe in your ability to adapt, to that you are prepared, that you can handle these detours. You were designed to handle it, actually. Wow. And Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. I'll say there's a lot of change happening all at once. So trust that you can handle it. Yeah. Lots of momentum kicking in. It's almost like things are on hyperdrive, right? It's like one thing after another around the world. And we are learning how to adapt and change. Yeah, it's like, how we come back around in our healing process. It's a spiral, right? An upward spiral, and we come back around to these lessons. But right now we are kind of going through the process a lot quicker than we did in the past. It might not seem that way, but we are learning, excuse me, we're learning how to adapt quicker. Sorry. Throat chakra. We're learning how to adapt quicker, and it's contributing to our evolution. But it is stressful at the same time. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's do, excuse me. Sorry, that's loud. Okay, let's do Lightseer's Tarot for clarification. I'm hearing we're figuring it out. Trust in divine detours, the lovers. So this is ultimately about a choice that we have. I'm hearing like we can give up, or we can rise to the occasion, be strong in it together. This is also about alignment. Stronger together is what I'm getting with this as well. And number 6 about balance. I am getting for some of you a detour in a relationship, but you can handle it. Okay. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles. This is that squirrel energy of kind of wanting to protect ourselves, be prepared as much as possible, but there's only so much we can do, right? There's only so much we can prepare. And it's good, right? Good to be prepared. But this is about like hanging on to your resources. Yeah. I am getting a little bit about this is natural. It's natural for us to want to almost hoard our resources, hang on to what we have because we don't want to die, right? Like that's where that comes from, right? We want to protect ourselves, but we're forgetting about the sharing part. You see, there's this village here, right? And she's kind of standing outside of the village, hanging on to her 4 coins. When really the idea is if we combine all of our coins, if we share everything, then we're much better off. We're actually safer. She thinks she's safer being out here on her own, hanging on to all of her resources. Yeah, there is a strong message there about that. Okay, Antelope Spirit, yeah, 5 of Pentacles. This is feeling left out in the cold, feeling left behind. It's with life is speeding up. Yeah, there's a bit of almost, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to handle this. But it is more so about feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you don't have the resources. But behind this door is help. It's plenty of resources. Again, it's the same idea as this 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, we're at a choice point here. This is getting macro. We're at a choice point about how we deal with our resources. And we have to decide quickly how we want to proceed. Wow. Okay. Let's get some more with the Lovers. 9 of Cups. So this is our own individual happiness. We have a choice about what makes us happy, what fulfills us. There's a switch here. Yeah, there's something that you thought would make you happy, and now you're discovering there's another way or something else that makes you even happier. Yeah, and you see this treasure here. It's like, oh, she has so many resources. Yeah. Sometimes the 9 of Cups can be about a little bit of like hoarding or gluttony. That's the dark side of the 9 of Cups. It can be like indulgence. But yeah, we have a choice here. Do we focus on our own indulgence or do we share our resources? That's the main message here. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is about mastering something, and it's under believe in yourself. So it's like you have worked really hard, collected your resources, and it's like you're learning now how to enjoy what you have, but also I'm getting share. You're definitely prepared. In fact, I'm getting you're over prepared. This is speaking on a broad level, okay? This might not be you specifically, individually, but on a broad level, we're kind of over prepared. It's like we've mastered how to create resources. And we're kind of focused on that. We're like too focused on that. Yeah, the Sun. Wow. Leo energy. So this is clarity, a new beginning, joy. Yeah, no more feeling left out or feeling out in the cold is usually the message of the Five of Pentacles. Now there's warmth, freedom, joy. It's like we've figured it out. We're learning. Wow. Okay. Let's do Wild Unknown Animal Spirit for more information. Elephant. Elephant is being able to just blast through any obstacles. Being able to handle anything. Just believe in yourself. It's also matriarchal, strong matriarchal energy. Yeah, we can handle anything. Anything that is kind of put in our way as another obstacle is just kind of blasted through. It's like no match, right? No match for the elephant. That's that fire energy again. And owl, beautiful. That's wisdom, intuition, ancestral knowledge. Yeah, we're learning. That's what I'm really getting. We're learning how to manage. Yeah, we're really figuring it out. So this can be at an individual level for sure, right? Things are starting to ramp up for you, and you're having to meet challenge after challenge, and you're figuring it out. Especially how to manage resources, I'm getting. And on a collective level as well. We're gaining wisdom here. Ooh. Okay. Let's do, for final message, let's do Time Traveler's Oracle for final advice. Let's see. I keep getting, you're more than prepared. You're more than prepared. Ooh, planning. Yeah. Okay, and it's a 30. Breaks down to a 3. So that is life lessons, learning and teaching. We're learning, right? And with this planning, it's like we're learning how to prepare or plan for the future, but in a different way. Not in a like grabbing all the resources we can and hanging on to them, but how to include others. Yeah, like planning for the future. We can prepare as much as we want, right? And we should, no doubt about that. But there are curveballs that are kind of destined for us that we need to deal with, because that helps us learn. Okay, it says, you have the free will to choose the experiences of your life. For your dreams to come to fruition, however, you need to make plans. This card indicates that it is valuable and even necessary to start strategizing now. Don't just hope that things will turn out. You need to carefully sort out step by step what you need for your dreams to come true. Start imagining your future possibilities. For example, if you live in earthquake country, you might consider an evacuation strategy or make plans to secure your heavy furniture. If you have a dream of becoming a writer, start researching classes and buying books about writing. A deliberate schedule may be called for, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. What do you want to happen in 5 and 10 years? It's time to get your foundations in place before stepping forward. Miracles will abound in your life. Yes. So on an individual level, yes, this Aries energy is helpful in that way, right? Getting things done, making plans, being strategic. On a macro level, yes, let's think about the future. What would we like, right? How do we want things to be in 5 or 10 years? So it's like laying that foundation. We're figuring it out. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again next time.